Welcome guys to another installment of Acid Rain Goes to a Festival. This time we're taking Will solo, along with me the editor, to this year's installment of Beatherder 2024. You have a lot to look forward to, but here's a snippet.
What the fuck? Edda, where are we going?
We're going to Beatherder Festival.
Beatherder. I heard the motto for Beatherder is herd 'em up. Are they herding the beats because it's called Beatherder, or are they herding like us up, the punters?
I think they're herding us up.
Okay. Well, I'm fine with that anyway, as long as they herd me in the direction of a decent sound system. I don't know much about Beatherder. I know next to nothing. It's on the smaller size of festivals, and I've only ever been to medium and bigger in my life. So I heard it's got character though to make up for it. We'll see. I'm excited to find out. Oh, hello there. The time is currently 10:05 in the morning, and Beatherder lies ahead.
So guys, Beatherder 2024, it's located in the UK, up north in the Ribble Valley in Clitheroe. So it's in a really beautiful picturesque space to begin with. It's over 4 days from the Thursday to the Sunday, and insanity occurs over those 4 days. It's such a fun festival to go to. I myself, the editor, have been before, and Will at this point doesn't even know what's in store for him. I really hope that you enjoy the video because I think we've captured what Beatherder Festival is all about. So please stay tuned for Will's reaction.
Bit early, innit? Oh, hello. Just having a little recce. What the fuck is that? Oi! That's the fucking most serene thing I've ever seen at a festival ever. Fucking, if things get too much, that's the place to go at Beatherder, I'll tell you that. Anyway, I've had a look around. My first impressions of Beatherder. My editor is a veteran of Beatherder. This is fucking mint. It's like nice and compact, even though I've only seen like half of it so far. Nice and compact, lots of character. Just so many cool things to find as well. Like this to me, in my life when it comes to camping festivals, I've only been to like Leeds Fest, dirty stuff like that. The tales I hear of like hidden stages at Glastonbury, Boomtown. This is my first little taste of it. There's so much to find, it's mint. I love Beatherder. Fucking stonker! Not gonna lie, folks, I wanted to ease myself into it a little bit. I was like, look, K-Klass are playing the Fortress on Saturday. They're playing a set today, sure, but it's not gonna be like stonking, is it? It was unbelievably good. It was just so much energy, such a loving crowd. It was very like, it was just loving. That's the word I would describe to use it, loving. And obviously, Acid Rain's met K-Klass before. I love them on a personal level. I love their music. I listened to it guiltily, mostly after I spoke to them. Never heard them live. They surpassed expectations. I can't imagine what it was like back in the day. At a dirty club, seeing them at Cream. Oh, more to come. oh look, it's just 4am crew, 4am crew, because I've never seen 4am crew in my life, never heard of them. I'll let you know. Oh lordy. Beatherder Day 1 was very fucking good. I can't wait to see what is in store, and I can't believe on a day that Shy FX got cancelled, I'm not sad. It was such a fucking good day, and General Levy stepping in at the last minute. Excellent set, electrifying.
You put it in now.
Beatherder Day 2. The camping grounds, we didn't get a shot of it before we left, but the tents seem to have just sprung up overnight or this morning. There's so many more people, so many more stages open as well. I reckon Day 2 is going to be completely different to Day 1, which was already great. At the time, Day 1, there weren't that many people in. I want to say like 2/3 capacity at most. But it made the gigs really intimate. There was always space, always room to skank, which I loved in a festival. We'll see what happens today. Alright folks, at this point my first Beat Hunter is well underway. First impressions, it's really cool. It's that perfect size festival. It's never more than like a 15-minute walk from anything. All the stages are really tight, intimate, but the sound is amazing, which is the most important thing. I've not heard bass like this, which you can probably pick up on in the video. I've not heard bass like this live since Outlook Fest. So yeah, and that was a very special festival for me. That was an awesome one. But Beatherder definitely compares. Coming up today, Dick and Dom. Weird way to kick off the day, but I'll go with it. Acts that we're going to see tonight is Silver Bumper, immediately followed by Goddard Dread. That's going to be the gig to watch. Editor, are we excited for that?
Oh yeah, so excited.
How long?
It'll be amazing.
How long have you wanted to see Silver Bumper?
Oh, for like 3 years. Yeah, so it's going to be incredible. I'm a massive fan of garage, so yeah, it's going to be great.
Also, we're going to go see Morgan Seatree, Manny Lad. Going to support our own. And also, Bez is doing a set in the Working Man's Bar. Cool. It's like a tent, but it's themed around an old man's club, basically. So he's going to be there. It's going to be cool. Also today, interviews coming up. Look out for those. Watch this space. Alright, we're going to show you around a little bit. We're going to check out all the stages eventually, but we're starting with an iconic one on the far side of the festival. Welcome to Fortress. Who are we here to see?
I'm here to see Dick and Dom! Dick and Dom on the bungalow.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Are we going to play bogeys?
Oh, I fucking hope so. Woo!
Everyone in the back, everyone in the middle, everyone in the front, we're all together.
folks, I thought this would be a good time to have a little recap of the acts we saw so far. We're currently backstage at Beatherder. You know I'm telling the truth because there's a fucking tractor behind me. Have a look around. This is what it's like behind the scenes. Much less thematic, but trust me, just as excited. Dick and Dom. I won't lie to you. Going into Dick and Dom, I was like, this is going to be some kind of novelty factor. And it was. They hit the nail on the head as soon as they come out. They're referencing how many childhoods are getting ruined as soon as they come on. But the thing for me, not just the fact that Dick and Dom probably were/are wreckheads and now mix, it was the swearing, dropping F-bombs and stuff like that. It was just weird, you know what I mean? So a bit of a childhood corruption was in there, but it just made it more exciting. Their set was silly, just like you'd expect them to be, just like their shows were. It was absolutely silly, it was self-indulgent, and I enjoyed every second of it. Very excited to talk about Morgan Seatree, 0161, Manny on the map, and he is a Manny lad as well. So we were supporting our own out there. We first got put onto Morgan through K-Klass. And it's interesting as well because when we first spoke to K-Klass, it was all in the aid of our documentary, Manchester Past, Present and Future. If K-Klass, even though they're still around now and still smashing it, if they are the past, Morgan Seatree is definitely the present. So thank you K-Klass for introducing us. His set was awesome. He packed out. He absolutely packed out the Fortress. You know what we're like at Acid Rain, we love to be at the front. It simply was not possible. Right now? God, if only I could warm up a little bit. Oh wait, it's 27 fucking degrees. Folks, it's a long end of a Friday to Beatherder, but the finale is just beginning. I'm here with Dread and Goddard. Pleasure to meet you both. Tell us something about Goddard.
Something about Goddard.
Anything.
He's the nicest guy, like generally the nicest guy.
You're going to get a chance to say it back in a bit, so.
He's the nicest guy. But he overthinks. And I had to say to him today, stop being a bitch, come on! I sent him the video of Devo from Friday, because he's like thinking, should we do this? Yeah, about a track. So, but what I do like is he sends me tunes and he's just like, what do you think of this? And I could be honest and open with him and just be like, yeah, this one's alright. This one's alright. And he don't get offended by it.
Yeah, it's true. I am an overthinker and I don't send music around that much, but yeah, I don't mind sending it to Dread.
Right, well,
I give you a stick, yeah?
Yeah, no, welcome the stick from Dread.
Before we get too deep into it, tell us something about Dread.
It's kind of like vice versa. Like he's just the nicest dude, and like he's got like a big family. Like he's always working. He's like he works for the charity. He's got 3 kids. He's on the road with us and with Voltage. Like he just doesn't stop. And I've got a lot of admiration for him for that.
Somebody go crazy! Yeah. I say DJ, you say Goddard. DJ.
The Messiah has been reborn. I missed it.
This is how we do it.
But he's here in front of me. And I'll tell you what, he's my best friend. What the fuck? Holy shit. Hey folks, welcome to Beatherder Day 3. The weather's just started to turn, but I think my sunburnt head will be thankful for the lack of sun today. Yesterday was amazing. After we left you, we saw Goddard, probably one of the tightest sets I've ever seen. His blends are just insane. Great selection, great MCing by Dread. It was a really good gig. We checked out Bez. That was an experience. Really enjoyed it. And then something I have to talk about. Previously in other videos, I thought I'd seen the entirety of Beatherder and I was quite happy with it. And then all of a sudden, my editor takes me down a tunnel and there's 3 different clubs all themed around different things. The Psy-Trance, the room's amazing. The music is much deeper than I ever thought it was. Polyrhythms on polyrhythms, really enjoyed that. And then to finish it off, as we were walking around, catching the end of the sets and the end of music, we found this doorway that someone came out of, went inside, and there's this hidden stage called Gay Paris, and it has the best sound I've ever heard in my life. Previous to this, my favorite festival ever was Outlook in the UK. Stages like the Subdub Arena, Pirates Cove, absolutely massive. But to be in this small of a room with such a small soundscape next to a stack, it was unbelievable. So, inside a tip, if you can find next to the toiletries stage, Gay Paris, go and check it out. Almost. I won't be like these old guys, because when I'm old, this version of the Working Men's Club will just be the old warehouse project, and it'll just be fucking old drum and bass and dubstep classics. And yes, I will be off my face, yes. This is your first Beatherder?
This is my first Beatherder.
Excellent. Do you know much of its reputation? Do you enjoy Beatherder?
I've heard all about it,
yeah.
But I haven't been here before, so I'm very excited to play the ring stage, the closing ring stage. Come on!
Alright folks, we're going to take you for a walk around the campgrounds now. We're going to hit up every single stage, show you what the character's like at Beatherder, and let's go for a journey. Wow. Welcome to Factory. No, not that one. That right there is a great example of just the variety of stuff at Beatherder. You want folk, they got folk. You want drum and bass, you got drum and bass. You want new metal? Sure, why not? Welcome to the main stage area. This is basically the concourse, the highway to the rest of the festival. Take a look. on your left, that's where a lot of the smaller stages are, the really intimate stuff, and a lot of the theming as well. Main stage obviously just over here. Right, now we're going to take a look around. I'm going to take you into Toiletries and we'll go see what we can find. It's a random like chill out area, I guess. We never got a chance to go in because it's always loaded, but check it out. It's quite cool.
Hey, that man is impressive.
Same hairdresser, by the way.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Oh, I'm jealous because I can't grow fish, you know what I mean? 45, still can't grow for gold.
Have a good day, yeah. First stage. I love this place. Now, my editor famously is a massive dub and reggae fan.
Oh, I fucking hate it. I hate reggae.
So
I'm sorry.
We haven't been here much,
This is.
but it is dope.
At least he's enjoying it, you know?
I wish we'd spent more time there, but what can you do?
Oh, sorry.
Alright, welcome to Toiletries. So named, obviously, because of the trees, and also how much effort Raven actually is. It's not a toilet. This guy's got the right idea.
Which
Tree
one?
stumps.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion, I love nature, but it's much more improved by having big fuck-off stacks everywhere. Speaking of big fuck-off stacks. Let's go. This is the bit in the Western where, you know, it's high noon, you go for the jewel, except there's no cowboys. A lot of cowboy hats though. Time to go to church. It's time to go to church.
Time to go to church. Yorkshire, Lancashire. 360,
The dead may rest, but the living must keep going.
Yeah. Oh, that looks. I don't even know, absolutely not.
Editor, I love you. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Now I'm going to invite you to a very dear place in the Acid Rain heart. We're going to go to our chill out spot, which conveniently is right next to my favourite fucking stage. Follow me. Where we come to commune and also eat. And I won't ruin it for you, but if you look in those holes, there's something waiting for you. The secret is, it's fucking nothing! If I could have a home away from home, it would be K-Klass. You heard it here. It's kind of the top of the festival area. From where we showed you down below by main stage, this is the opposite end. And it, in an advantageous position is the Fortress.
Oh yeah.
It's both easy to defend and a great venue. This is the Fortress. We'll be back here later for K-Klass, and it's going to go off. This one really rapidly fills up. It is a bit of a task to get in and out. So if you are planning on seeing a set here, get an hour early, get yourself in the middle, and be prepared not to leave.
Hello.
Okay. So, I had an absolutely magical Friday night. Just when I thought I knew everything about Beatherder, my editor says, let's go beyond.
That's going beyond.
Yeah, let's go beyond. I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, this is what I mean.
You can
You
hear.
can already hear it. The beyond is calling me currently. our Beyond segment, Psy-Trance, which I didn't know I liked. Turns out, I do like it a lot. There's a lot of depth to it. Journey into the beyond. Let's see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Stop number 2. Something a bit more mainstream. It's very chill. This stage isn't my kind of music, I'm not gonna lie, but it is very vibey. If you're looking for something a bit more middle of the road, usually I would say Working Men's Club, but Bubblegum is just as good. Keeping in with the chill atmosphere of this part of the festival, Smoky Technicals tent over here. It's so relaxed, it's such a lovely atmosphere. If you want to chill out on a sofa, watch some folk, this is the place to go. Come and take a look. What a nice area to just relax in. Festivals as well. There's such a sense of like rushing about and can't really catch your breath. Beatherder's not like that. There is always a place for you to come and catch your breath. So we're going to continue with our loop. This is kind of like a market stall area, connects us to that main highway I was talking about by the main stage. Thank you so much. And also, something very important, toilets. They're right over here. Come take a look. Not actually though, not actually look at the toilet. Anyway, so talking about the logistics of the festival is always a big thing. Beatherder is unique in that its toilets, well, unique from my experience, its toilets are all very eco-friendly, so there's no chemicals. It's not like Leeds where it's basically a big pit with a bunch of chemicals in with like wooden platforming over. You get individual stalls, each with its own receptacle. And instead of like flush or chemical use, you put sawdust over your poop.
That's it.
No. Okay, well, it's not that interesting, I guess. Fine, it's not that interesting. Alright, so start with me, and then go back, and then come back to me again, okay? So come over here. Welcome to Beatherder 4202.
What?
Wait. Keep rolling. Welcome to Beatherder 2024. Keep that. Next stage, the ring. Really cool. Quite intimate and small. For the acts that we're playing there. It's quite a low occupancy venue. And I think that pays homage just to the amount of variety and people that come to Beatherder. If you could have Shy FX playing here, they didn't, but you could have Shy FX playing here, and just as many people interested in anything else going on. And I guess I'm speaking like a Shy FX fanboy here. Sorry, I got lost in the sauce there for a moment. That was a good set.
Thanks, chef.
Where have you been?
Graduating.
You can graduate anytime. Beatherder's only once a year. You missed out big time.
Yeah, and I've not heard the end of it.
Well, we're going to hear about some more. Beatherder was probably my favourite festival I've been to. And I think it took something like Beatherder to make me realise how bland the festivals I've been to have actually been.
Yeah.
Like, I'm by no means like a festival veteran. I've been to 2 Leeds and the one-off Outlook UK they did around COVID time. But what strikes me now is how it's literally just, here's a stage, here's some logos, maybe some advertising, there's the bar, there's another stage, and that's all it was. And any beauty came from the surrounding area, which obviously in Leeds' case was very little. And then I went to the festival. Apart from that, Leeds is just the blandest thing ever. There's trees. When you're like, big jaw is that there's a bit with trees, then yeah, something's wrong. Beatherder did it all so well. Everything had character from the stages, just to the places you walked. It was really, really cool. And speaking of stages, let's talk stages.
I have questions. First of all, what the fuck is this Gay Paris?
Okay, I'm going straight into my favourite stage, Gay Paris. Me and the editor just finished a loop. We'd like been out for most of the night. We were kind of wrapping it up. That was the same night as we saw Psy-Trance for the first time. Well, for me for the first time. And we saw these guys just come out of a door which looked like it was just scenery. Like I didn't think it was actually a door. But it opens up and these guys stumble out and I'm like, what's in there? And he says, it's good. And I was like, right then, let's go through the door. So you head in, and I thought, my first reaction was that it was actually like some kind of gay thing. A gay thing, like a gay bar.
Ally.
Yeah. So we head in, it's all very, very gaudy. There's like this disco-esque dance floor that kind of bounces as well, which is really cool. But the most important thing was in the corner was a big fuck-off stack. It was awesome. I've seen ones like this before. I think, to be honest, I've seen them in bigger quantities, like Outlook and stuff. But having one that was so enclosed in this space was heavy. It was really, really good. Probably my favourite live sound in recent memory, if not ever. The stage itself was very confusingly decorated. It was kind of like a mishmash of different stuff. And I didn't find out until after that the stage is called Gay Paris. Okay.
Yeah, what's with the Paris?
There's a funny story about that as well. Every time we were chilling out by the waterfall, which you'll see a lot in our content probably, we were actually right next to Gay Paris and I didn't know. And you can get into Gay Paris from the outside, but because I'd seen it from 2 different perspectives, I hadn't caught that they were the same stage. So that day after, when I was wondering what the really heavy stage sign that it was next to me, that's what it was. And at night, there's a big pink Eiffel Tower on like the barrier between the inside and the outside.
Awesome.
Yeah, Gay Paris.
Gay Paris.
It was really fucking good. The only like problem with it was that the lineup wasn't in the actual Beatherder book.
Okay, yeah.
So I had no idea at any point who was playing. Since though, I've heard you can check it out on the website. We will recommend some, okay? We all handpicked my favourites. They were so good. I don't know whether it was legal.
Yeah,
because it seemed like outside
So
sound
loud.
in kind of an inside space that was technically outside. If it wasn't, I don't want to be legal.
I also
So-
want to know about, what's this, Working Men's Club.
Working
What's
Men's
that?
Club,
Yeah, tell me.
So, the second stage you see once you enter the main like festival grounds from the campsite is the Working Men's Club. It's one of the few permanent structures that are all around all year. One of the others being the Fortress, a few more as well, I'm pretty sure. But essentially, you wouldn't tell it's a permanent structure because it is from the outside. It's a big, long tent, very sturdy. But when you walk inside, it's like you're in your local.
Oh, nice.
It gives like old man pub vibes.
Yeah.
It's really cool. There's obviously like a big cleared area for dancing, but behind that is actually tables and chairs and like some big booths.
Oh.
And there's a bar that runs the entire side. It was really good. They do like Northern Soul there, stuff that you want to do when you're absolutely goosed at the end of a Saturday or something, or it's your off day maybe. Really love that stage. We saw Bez there. That was an experience. Really enjoyed it. We need to talk about Bez. I've never seen Bez before. Obviously know of his legacy. It's hard to spend any time in Manchester, any extended amount of time in Manchester and not hear of Bez. He was an experience. It was a lot. Definitely really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Bez wasn't behind the decks that night. He was actually just frontmanning the entire thing. So a huge shout out to whoever was behind those decks because the music was absolutely stunning. It was old school acid house. It was a continuous bop the entire time. We stayed for the full hour and a half. Big up to his family. Obviously play a big part in his life. And I'll definitely be catching Bez the next time I can. Next stage, if we're going to get back into the chronological order like you're doing a walkthrough, the first stage you actually see before Working Men's Club is Factory, which obviously if you're from Manchester might spark some horrible thoughts in your mind. It's not that Factory, don't worry, yeah. It's essentially like an industrial kind of stage, like it's a garage as well. And when you first walk in, like there's an entryway to get in and it's actually blocked by something and it's a broken down truck. And this is the first instance of something that Beatherder does very well, which is hiding the sound guy. Because he's actually in the cab of this broken down truck. Cool. Yeah, just behind where everyone's dancing. That seemed like a really good stage for variety. We saw like a metal punk kind of thing going on there. After that, you get to Working Men's Club. And it's actually main stage. Main stage, big acts. Really big acts, but the sound definitely wasn't as good as stages like The Ring, which we'll talk about later. But that's where you'll see the showstoppers. We saw Sub Focus there on the last night, and yeah, they brought it. It gets hot when you're watching Sub Focus, I'll tell you that. A lot of food and drink places around there as well. Next stage you'd come to is probably top 3 for me. It's The Ring. And it's like essentially built amongst a big ring of bushes and like mounds of dirt and stuff. There's a raised standing area at the back, which I never noticed because it was always packed out. I thought it was just a mad slope. But The Ring has great sound, great visuals. It was probably the stage at one point we had to wait the longest to get in. Because at peak times, definitely the Fortress and definitely The Ring had a queue system to it. The Ring was great. Saw Charlotte Devaney there. Saw General Levy unexpectedly because Shy FX had to drop out. Probably my 9th time seeing Levy. Jesus. We used to joke back when I was 16 and first going out that like you'd see Levy every weekend, and it was true. He was around a lot. But it was good to see him. He did his classics. People had a good time. However, this comes with a caveat. Levy, I love you. You gotta drop that Ed Sheeran cover, man. So much has happened since then. We can do better than Shape of You. And like, I imagine you probably found really good mainstream appeal from it, in terms of audiences that weren't Beatherder audiences. Beatherder had a very niche crowd to it. I think you could have, I know it was late notice, but phase that one out.
Jesus, I would have paid so much money to see your face. So much money.
Next you come to, and this is very important, it's not a stage, it's the waltzes.
A key to any good festival.
Yeah, I completely agree. If there's waltzes available at the festival, I will be tanning in. That's just a pretty much done deal. And I will say these particular waltzes, because you know I know just as much about waltzes as I do about music. were very, very good. The guys were great. First time we went on, I made eye contact and just went.
Got you.
And yeah, he delivered. He delivered. I love waltzes so much.
I mean, valid.
One great stage opposite that, and it's a Beatherder icon, is the Fortress.
Okay.
We actually saw someone dressed up as the Fortress this year because the costumes were F.
Yeah, that's cool.
We thought
I
that
saw
was
a
really good
fridge
one.
as well.
You did see a fridge. The fridge
Yeah.
was probably my favourite. So Fortress, it is what it says in the tin. It's a big enclosed four-walled structure. Think the most stereotypical fort you can, and yeah, it's that. It's also got a bit we didn't go to. It's actually got a balcony kind of like around it that you can get to from the entrances. It's like staircases. Always packed out though. Never got a chance. Fortress sound was awesome, and it was also home to some very, very intense sets. Mandidextrous, 0 to 100, doesn't take a foot off the pedal the entire time. I need to go and see this Boomtown closing ceremony they do. For those who don't know, Mandidextrous actually curates the closing ceremony at Boomtown. So if you enjoyed that set, you'll probably see it anyway if you were there. Go see the closing ceremony.
That's a lot of stages.
Mate, we've not even gone beyond yet. On the Friday, this is now the end of my second day at Beatherder. Thinking I know it all, thinking I already love it, my editor kindly suggests, do you want to go beyond?
Fuck.
And I was like, what the fuck are you on about for a start? You can see my initial reaction to Beyond and the stages in our recent Psy-Trance video. But essentially it's a long tunnel that connects the Fortress to an upper area that's kind of like an offshoot that we've not talked about, okay? And in this tunnel are 3 different little clubs. First one, if you're walking from the Fortress side, being Beyond, that's where the Psy-Trance is. Next up is Bubblegum, very housey, bright, vibrant, generous outside area as well. Didn't spend much time there, but it looked a vibe, it looked good. And then the last one is something I'd actually seen again from the reverse angle, is the laundrette. Okay, you walk in from the Beyond side, just straight into the stage area. There's washing lines. They've got clothes on them. I think they may have been people's actual clothes. I'm not kidding, because I saw people like taking them down and putting them up. So I guess if you want to use the clotheslines above the rave, you can. That's where they have the foam party. You're like surrounded by washing machines and stuff. So that's good fun. But my favourite thing about the laundrette is just next to it is a bar that'll serve you
Just
pints.
a bar, sorry.
Okay.
Not cans. Pints of
Real
IPA
pints.
and a lager.
Damn.
And not to knock the other pint provider, which was Jubal, I think it was called. Their peach beer did grow on me. Just wanted a pint. You know what I mean? Yeah. And after that, looping back round in a little closed circuit to by the ring, is all this commercial stuff. So they've got like loads of little quirky stores. I bought a new hat. Also there is the Smoky Tentacles stage. Okay.
What the fuck?
Smoky Tentacles was lovely. Big, generous tent, padded ground, it's a sitting place.
Okay.
There's like actual chairs. You can rent hooker, the next like thing over, and bring it in.
Oh, cool.
And it was there that you could see a lot of like off the wall folk, jazz, that kind of thing.
Cool.
And then something that we should probably talk about, since we're right by them, I'm doing a mental like walkthrough in my head now, is the toilets. Okay? Festival toilets time. Probably on the better end of festival toilets. They're not just like portaloos with like chemicals beneath them. They are like portaloos, but they're cleaned pretty often. More so at the start of the festival it seemed than towards the end, but they always seem pretty fresh. I want to say 7 out of 10 times there was toilet paper when I went in, which is always good. But essentially, your waste is collected in a big barrel, and if you go for a number 2, you have to put sawdust down on it. And that suppresses the smell, and altogether it makes this compost, which in 10 months is going to be like, you got to give back to the earth as you actively destroy it. Also in that area by Smoky Tentacles was the Stone Circle. There was a near constant fire pit there. Kind of small, but also not dangerous as well. And it was surrounded by like these druidic stones.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And at the end of the night, when all the music turns off, there'll always be like a fully packed stone circle. People just sat down, chilling. We went with our new friends there, Connor, Chloe and Dave, on the last night. That was great. Can't wait to see you guys again. If you're still with me, you might have recalled me saying this is a small festival. It is small. Nothing's ever more than 15 minutes away from each other, but it is jam-packed. So instead of going to the Fortress and beyond, we're going to take a left. That's where the street is. Also our chill-out area with the back of Gay Paris and the waterfall. The street is probably the most character per square inch in Beatherder. It's just a rapid-fire set of like small stages, bars. Some of them like stages as well were very agendaed. There was like, this one is specifically reggae and drum and bass and dub and that kind of thing. And then one was like protest music as well, in a way.
Cool.
That was quite cool. The one most recognisable is the church, which is literally, it's got
Yes.
pews. The guy up in the pulpit has got his decks there. So cool.
Oh.
And it was always packed out. It always seemed to be a raucous crowd there as well.
Yeah.
That was a real, like...
I think I have seen a video of you.
You may have. In fact, I think many have.
Yeah.
I was on the opening of the official Beatherder
That was the
roundup.
church?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was me giving a sermon.
They also name all the DJs like Reverend or Pastor and stuff like that, which I think is a really cool, like kind of like little niche to add to the quirkiness of the church.
Opposite the Toiletries stage, just two big subs in a little ring with some broken down cars that people could climb on, and again, a hidden sound guy in one of the cars, yeah.
I respect that.
I know. I mean, who wants to see the help? You know what I mean? Toiletries. The first gig we saw at Toiletries was the
Toiletries.
Yeah, no. Oh, Toiletries. No, not really. It's not really. The first gig that we saw was actually at Toiletries. It was K-Klass, our old friends.
Oh, love.
Absolutely loved it. We were right at the front. Made our first new friends there as well. Kai, shout out. At this point, that was a massive set they just did, and I was like, what the hell are they going to do for the Fortress? Because they had 2 sets.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They were one of our last things we saw was K-Klass on the closing day. It was a nice full circle.
That I'm very sad I missed out on that.
Yeah.
The whole festival seems insane. I
That
really
is
wish
okay.
I was there.
Yeah, Bobby sang.
Oh,
She's
Bobby.
really, really good.
Follows me now.
And Toiletries is a great stage. It's right in the midst of basically the street, and everything I've just been talking about is in trees. Okay. But Toiletries is where they're at their peak. It's a nice clearing with just interspersed with like these. They almost look like pines. I know they're not pines, but like really picturesque foresty trees surrounded by stacks. 4, I think, at the top of my head. It was a vibe. That was probably middle of the road. Never too low or too high energy, and it was generally from like 3 o'clock onwards always packed out with people. But another great thing about Beatherder, if you want to get to the front, you can walk to the front.
Yeah.
Like probably 7 out of 10 times. It was only the real packed stages like the Ring and the Fortress where you might have no chance sometimes. But Toiletries, anything like that, you can just walk straight to the bar if you want to. Everything's so spaced out and lovely. What a crowd! Really, really good. I'd say if you go to a normal festival like Leeds, Park Life, you can probably tell there's going to be a percentage of clientele that you might be wary of.
Yeah.
It will be fine, but you might be wary of them. Beatherder has almost none of that. Almost none of that. There's a lot of high percentage of older people. There's people that have been going for a decade now. And the one like common thread between them all, when it was someone that was a veteran of Beatherder, I said it was my first time and they'd look at me with like a knowing eye and they'd be like, you're going to have a good time. Real sense of community at Beatherder.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you were describing. It feels like a town.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's like a theme park, but instead of full of fictional characters, they are just loads of characters now. Beatherder, I absolutely adored you. I cannot wait for next year.
I'm coming. I've already packed. I'm ready to go. Schedule is cleared.
Yeah. If you're looking for a medium to small size festival with a lot of character, Beatherder is for you. See you there. If you already saw us this year, leave a comment below. Leave a comment anyway. Like, subscribe, all of that stuff. We'll see you soon.
Here we are back at the top of the main highway. Beatherder is such a nice, compact place. I absolutely adore it. I cannot wait for next year, and we'll see you there as well.